Today on Wild Kingdom, Dino Penguin encounters Rhinoceros for the first time. He seems a little curious as to what he is supposed to do with it, or about it. How can I ride this thing? I've seen gorillas do it. How come I can't? Hello everybody, Sparkster1701 here. It's time for another Kingdom Transformer review, and we got another Beast character up. This time around, it's Rhinox. Now, unfortunately, as I've stated in previous videos, I never had any of the Beast Wars toys growing up. Now, about the time they were coming out, my interests were changing at that time. I was in the 1990s, and I was turning into a teenager. So as many of you will know, priorities changed during that time. So unfortunately we can't do a comparison, but we can still appreciate what we've got here. And what we got here is rather big and burly looking toy with a rhinoceros alternate mode. Now, of course, people would have assumed, especially for those of us who've never seen any of the Beast Wars stuff, we would assume that Rhinox would be the strong, stupid type. But as it turns out, Rhinox is quite intelligent. As especially depicted in the Netflix cartoon, Rhinox assisted with Wheeljack in the repairs of the Ark, in the hopes of getting it flying again. So, certainly somebody who has no brains would certainly not handle the technical challenges of trying to fix a spacecraft. At any rate, let's take a look at Rhinox's accessories. And he basically only comes with two. Two that count anyways. Thank you, Rhinox. And that are these two guns. They look like little buzzsaws with a couple of quad blasters inside. And of course, they got a serrated edge all around them, so I guess these are also kind of nasty up close, too. They're rather interesting looking little weapons, I will give them that. I hope they look somewhat close to the way the original ones did. But then again, these do kind of stick in there pretty tight, so do be careful on a brand new toy. Alright, let's take a look at Rhinox's articulation. His head can turn from left to right. And it does rock up and down a bit, as it is on a ball joint. His arms will stretch out about so far. And his arms can rotate at the shoulders all the way around. They do also shift at the shoulder as well. So you can have his arms go forward a bit or towards the back more. His arms can be bent at the elbow 90 degrees. And he does feature a slight swivel at the bicep. So he does have G.I. Joe battle grip. He can only be twisted slightly at the hips due to the rhino kibble catching on the back. He can spread his legs apart about so far. Again, the rhinoceros kibble catches on things. You can raise his leg at the hip 90 degrees, and you can bend his leg at the knee 90 degrees. He also has a somewhat positionable ankle. So he's got a fair range of articulation, just slightly hampered by all the animal kibble. Okay, before we transform Rhinox, there is one other thing I do want to show you all real quick. That if in case you decide you want to pose Rhinox without holding on to his weapons, well, there's a hole here on the back of the rhinoceros top, and his weapons can be plugged in back here, and you can store them out of the way. Quite convenient and handy, isn't it, folks? Alright, now let's get ready and transform Rhinox. And the first thing we have to do to transform him is we come here to his robot forearms, and we've got to open them up. They should just pop straight up like so. Now once you've done that, you will fold his little green fists up and inside. You may have to shift things a bit to get them in there. And then close the forearms back around it. As I said, it may require a little readjustment to get them in, but it isn't that difficult. Now once that's all done, you will rotate them at the elbow so that you will see the rhinoceros toenails facing the front. Just like that. Then we're going to take his chest plate. We're going to pop it open, and you fold it downwards. And of course, as you do that, you're going to take it and fold it up in the middle so it comes together like that. Now once you've done that, you can insert it into the gap in his chest. Then we're going to turn him around a bit, because we got to get the rhinoceros section raised up a bit. Then they want you to come around here, turn the robot head all the way around. Then they want you to fold the rhino arm, the arms like so, because then we're going to shift them, arms and the chest cavity all to the back. Like that. It's a little stiff, especially if you haven't played with it a lot, so do be gentle and go slow. Then, of course, once you've got that in, you can rotate the arms so they will form the front legs of the rhinoceros. Then they want us to bring down the rhino head so it comes down and covers the robot head. Just like that. Then now we're going to come down here to his legs, and we will open up these panels on the front. With that opened up, we will fold out these little portions here that are going to form the tail. Now gets the funky part, because we've got to fold him backwards at the knees. And once we've done that, we've got to swivel out these interior pieces, like so. Now, once those are in, you're going to swing out from inside the rear legs of the Rhino. And then they want you to rotate them so that their toes face each other. And once you've done that, they should supposedly, a good rotation more, and they will fold outward like that, coming out full circle. Then, of course, now that we've done that, we come down here to the feet. You'll fold the feet at the ankles like so. Rotate them upwards like so. And then they fold inwards with the post that's right here along the side is going to attach into a hole on the interior of the leg. May take a couple of attempts, especially since you don't really get a lot of viewing room to see it, but there you go. Just like that. And of course now we're going to rotate it upside down. Because now we got to start rotating things. Start with the one leg. Rotate it in and under. Like so. Takes a little doing, but you go slow with it. Like that. And of course, once you got them in, then we can start working on rotating out the knee, getting the rear section down. Just rotate it gently. And there you go, it's down. It'll get the legs down. Then to store his guns, they recommend that you plug the guns into each other, like that. And then you turn him upside down, and the small posts on the ends of the guns here, they can be connected to some holes on the inside. Well, actually, we'll see how that works. You just got to keep the weapon sideways as you bring them together. Of course, while you're bringing things together, make sure the tail lines up and gets connected. Once you got that done, get everything all closed up. Then you're going to come here to the front end of the body. They want you to shift these pieces so that they come more towards the back. And that way we can get the arms down. And once everything's in place, we just connect all the armor plating together. at every possible point. Should be weary. You may have to shift things a little bit to get a better look at it. Just totally fine. It's a bit of a pain, but it isn't bad. There we go. Oops, shifted things a little wrong here. Hold on a second. And there we have it. He is now transformed into a rhinoceros. And of course, he doesn't really have much articulation in this mode. Only the back knees can bend. So we end up, unfortunately, with a static rhinoceros. But a rather nice looking one, in all respects. So now we get down to my thoughts. What do I think of Rhinox? I sort of grown to like Rhinox. I didn't know what I would think of him, and I certainly had the toy before I saw the Netflix anime, so I really didn't know what to expect with him. And after seeing that he kind of breaks the stereotype for characters like him, I kind of grew to like him. The toy in unto itself, well, it is a bit more complex, but I can't really compare it to the original, since I never had it. But all in all, I don't think it's a very bad toy. It's just one that definitely is going to take a little patience to work with, due to the way that it's set up. So it's definitely not going to be for kids who get frustrated very easily. So, if you're a parent looking for a transformer for a child, if the child gets frustrated very easily, this one may not be the one for him. At any rate, that's my review of the Kingdom version of Rhinox. I hope everybody enjoyed it. We also ask that you remember to please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel, because we really do love the feedback around here. This is Sparkster1701, reminding you that while rhinoceroses in the real world are rather strong, they are also fragile beings, as many of us humans also are as well. So remember to treat one another with the kindness and respect we all deserve. And I'll catch you all later.